Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about this Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventure figure, from the Archie Comics. It is Shredder, with the Krang taking over his body version of Shredder. Now, I do love this Shredder. If you guys are aware, I don't usually do reviews on Neca figures. That's why I bought two of these, simply because I do want one out of the box. Because I am, like I said, I'm a big Shredder guy. If you look over here, I got Shredders there, I got Shredders all over the place. You got all my other Turtle stuff just to see that I'm a big Turtle fan. I got all the Ronin figures, all the horror ones over there. We go over here, we got figures galore too. And then we go over here, we got some more. There's the rest of my Archie figures. A lot of stuff in this room right here for the Turtles. Turtle love everywhere. But specifically, I am a big fan of the Archie comics, and now I've seen right here it says Adventure Series issue 11. Originally, I thought that when they had the issue on there, I thought that meant like the comic book issue, because this is based off of the Archie comics Adventures, Turtle Adventures, and that's what I originally thought. And I was like, I don't think that's right, because I don't remember this happening in that comic book that earlier on. But it's been a billion years since I've read these comics, but I did actually looking at the comic books and seeing that it's actually issue 24. I'm assuming the issue 11 here is just representing this is the 11th one in the line, which is fine too. Either way, it's good. Now, I looked on the back of this, and I'm just like, man, after looking at the comic book, I'm like, they really did their research. I think Neca does a really good job capturing, if I can speak English, capturing the moments from like the comic books and stuff. Really cool. Still waiting to get this Ace Duck though. But this has been one that I've been really, after I've seen them announce it and everything, I was like, oh, I got to get this guy. I'm going to have to get two just to get him out of the box. And that's what I'm going to do. But I didn't want to go back into it. Like I said, issue 24 is in the comic book. And if you guys are fans of the Turtles and just thought this was a cool looking figure but don't actually know the backstory, I'll go into it real quick. And I'll put up a few scenes from the actual comic book. But the whole thing with this issue 24, where Krang basically takes over Shredder's bodies, that's what's going on. But it's funny because in this part, I guess Krang and Shredder had a falling out, and we see Krang heading back to the Earth, and he has Slash and Belly Bomb with him. And as they are trying to head to Earth, they end up on a planet that's actually inhabited with Bebop and Rocksteady, which if you guys are a fan of Bebop and Rocksteady. But it's a goofy comic book, but it's more serious than the cartoon. But I love the comic book. I love the cartoon. Those are my two favorites out of probably the entire series. I really like The Last Ronin as well, but you know what I'm saying. I'm going off on a different tangent here. Anyways, they find Bebop, Rocksteady, they take them along, so Krang has Slash, Belly Bomb, Bebop, and Rocksteady in a spaceship. Meanwhile, on Earth, of course, Shredder is battling the Turtles, like he always is. He's fighting the Turtles to take over the world or whatever. And then the Krang and them just basically wreck their spaceship right into where Shredder is fighting the Turtles. We see Shredder basically go inside the spaceship looking for weapons or something, while Bebop, Slash, Belly Bomb, and Rocksteady are out there fighting the Turtles. And Shredder's like, well, I'll let them idiots fight. I'll go look to see if there's some weapons I can use for my advantage. So as he goes in the spacecraft, he's basically Krang just hops on his shoulder and is like, hey, how you doing, Shredder? And Shredder's like, oh, nice to see you again, Krang. And they're just chatting it up. And then Krang, reveals his dastardly plan is to actually take over Shredder's body. We see Belly Bomb zap Shredder, and then that gives Krang time to... Now, Krang doesn't, I don't know how to explain this. He doesn't, rip off Shredder's head and just replaces his head. He actually kind of molds his own body over top of Shredder's, whole mask, his face, everything. And, yeah, so that's what he does. He molds himself to the Shredder's face and then takes over his body. I would look at it sort of like if you guys are a fan of Futurama, the brain slugs, they get on their head and they kind of control them. Same idea here, but just with the Utron, the Krang brain, whatever you want to call him. And then we see that it's only two. There's only two issues, and then Shredder gets his body back. But the second issue, just to round it up real quick, the Turtles are fighting, Slash and Belly Bomb and Krang. Krang now controlling Shredder's bodies, fighting them. Turtles end up saving the Shredder and ripping Krang off of Shredder's head, and then Shredder's like, oh, I owe you guys. You know, like I wasn't expecting the turtles that I was trying to kill all this time to actually save me. So that summarizes that, guys. I know it's really long for me just to go through that, but I just kind of want to give you more information and show you some of the pictures from the comic book, because it's a really awesome series. If you can, I don't think they're that expensive. I mean, they're old now. You're talking, what is that, 30 years ago or something, 40 years ago, whatever it's been. It's getting back there. It's not 40 years, but we're in the 30s now when these Archie comics came out. So go back, guys, if you want. Read those comics. If you love the original cartoon like I grew up with when I was a little kid, I loved the cartoon. The comic books is basically just, it takes exactly from the cartoon, but they do make the stories a little bit less goofy in the comics. They're a little bit more serious, and they're a little bit more interesting, I think, because, you know, the actual cartoon was for kids, you know what I'm saying. But go back and look those comics up, guys. They're worth a read. Anyways, let's finally get into the review of this guy. I think I've talked too much, and let's do it. All right, so here he is out of the box. Let's zoom in a little bit on this guy. Get a closer look. Look at that nice cape going on there. Looks a little dirty, actually. But we'll get a closer look at the cape. But man, I don't know. I love this figure. I'm laughing just because I like it. It's just I don't know, man. If you are a box collector like myself and you don't like really taking this stuff out of the box, these turtle. I mean, I take a lot of things out of the boxes, but when it comes to the turtles, man, this is one of those exceptions I make. Like the same thing with like the Super Shredder. You know, I had to make some exceptions. This is definitely one I would recommend, guys. I love this figure, man. I just love the way it looks. You know, I love the character. I love the shading that Neca does on these figures, man. This is why they're like, even though I have a lot of issues with Neca, like personally, they piss me off a lot of times how they do their little practices, and you know, I've had my own little conversations with them about stuff. But they make a damn good figure. The artist, at least. Maybe not the customer service or the people running the show, but the artist, man, they know what the hell they're doing. They seem like they generally love these characters. I can see, like, especially these Archie characters, man. It seems like they just put a lot of effort into making him look so great. Look at that. Krang's face, man. Everything about this is awesome. So anyways, let me stop kissing ass here. Let me get back here. Let me pick him up and move this out of the way. Okay. Let me try to rearrange this camera for us. It's getting a little blurry here. All right, so like I said, man, look at that face, dude. That is so cool. The way they do the mouth and everything, whatever you want to call it. His mouth, his shark-looking teeth in there, his angry look on his face. You got the wrinkles in the brain, forehead, I guess, and just all those details, just to the head itself. You got I guess the veins popping out right there. Very cool. And then just looking at this, like I was talking about the shading and stuff they do, these comic book style markups that they do on this guy. I love this down here too. You got like the bluish mixed in on the kind of like the reflection type filling from the boots with the blades here. Really cool, man. You got the same thing going on. You got the little like reflection design type on the shoulder pads, spiky shoulder pads. They didn't do it with the maybe a little bit. But we got the little wrist guards or arm razors, whatever the hell we call those. But I don't know, guys. This is an awesome figure, man. This is you can tell. I was saying this cape looked a little dirty, but I think it might just be like, looks all right. I thought it looked dirty. Don't think it would have came out of the box like that. If anything, I would have probably put it in a pile of dust. Maybe I need to clean up around here. I don't know, but I don't notice anything now. Maybe it was just my imagination. But this is very soft material too. Really nice looking cape they got on there, whatever you would like to call that. I'm assuming you can just pop it off if you didn't want the cape on there. You just remove the head, which I'll do here soon. And I just love this. The shading. Awesome figure, guys. I don't have no complaints. But anyways, let's check out the articulation. I don't know if this head's going to be able to move much. You can look up about that far, only down that much. You can turn it, but you're going to have to get those legs over the you can spin them all the way, right? You're going to get those legs though around the damn shoulder pads. Looks like I got it stuck back here. Okay, there we go. That was a lot of work. But yeah, you can move his little arms right here too. Like, they don't have a lot of function. You can twist them around a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit. Just that's it. There ain't really much to them. Move them up and down slightly, as you can see, just a little bit. I don't think there's any. We can just wave at you a little bit there. That's about it for the head. I mean, as the arms, we can take all the way back here. Very stiff with the joints always when I mess with a NECA figure. But you can see he's flopping here. He can put his fist up in the air in anger. But yeah, we can get it all the way out. We got that elbow right there. Muscle man. We got it in the wrist. Everything seems to go. This is really tight joints. So just be careful if you're if you're like me, a box collector, when you get these NECA figures out, you know, compared with a lot of other figures, it seems like they're very stiff compared with a lot of other figures when you first get them out of the box. So you might want to warm them up. Unlike I never do that because I'm always stupid. But there you go, the knee going all the way to the back here. Very good. We do have some with the foot as well, as you can see right there. I don't think there's anything with the toes. No toe articulation or anything. But he can split. He can kick. He can do all the important things, guys. Let's see if I can sit him down. We'll just lean him right there. Now let's go over his accessories. And we'll start with the hands first. He has, looks like three different sets of hands. He's got these ones right here. They're kind of like weapon grip hands, I guess you would say. So this will be so he can grip his blade that he has coming up here that I'll show in a second. He's got those. Then he's got these open palm, just little open palm hands there. You know, wavy hands or shake hands, whatever you want to do with them. He's got those. And then he's got an extra set of claw hands right here. So there you go. He's got 3 extra sets of hands. And then he comes with this beauty right here. This is what you're going to be using those grip hands on. Nice cool looking blade straight from the comic book. His weapon of choice right here. Well, I mean, I guess the blades, his blades on his hand and stuff. But this is the weapon he uses if he's not slashing, shredding people with his blade wrist, hands, shoulders, whatever. Wherever he has blades. But you know what I'm saying. Very cool looking. Looks like just like the one from the comic book. Got a little blurry right there. Hopefully we can see this. You see some details. You got like the wood part right here, and it's just wrapped up all the way till the end. And then you got the blade, which looks, it's white. That's like in the comic book, because you think it would be like gray or metal looking, but it's like a white look to me. At least that's what way my vision looks at it. And then this right here is very interesting. Now, I didn't mention this when I was doing the opening of the video, but this is actually another, of course, this is from the comic book, from the issue 24 I was talking about, and it's actually Shredder's trimming a bonsai tree, and he's just clipping this thing, and I'll put up the comic so you guys can see, and he's basically just like, I wish it was this easy, like when he's clipping and, you know, trimming the tree, he's like, I wish it was this easy to get rid of my enemies, and it's kind of representative of, like, Krang taking over his body, because, you know, in a way, not really. Krang, you know, clips his head, you know, takes over his body type deal. Kind of a little bit of symbolism there, I guess. But he has this bonsai tree. I guess he's just trying to relax because he's stressed out. He keeps losing to the turtles. But there's a little scene in there. But they did some good detail. Looks just like it, man. That's what I mean. You can tell the artists, the people that are in control of making these figures, definitely love the series. Fans themselves, probably around my age, your age, whoever's collecting this stuff, because this is great. But that is it, man. That is it for the accessories. I really do love this figure. That's why I went in such detail with everything. With the, well, I mean, I love all the figures I get mostly, unless they really suck after I get them. But this is definitely why I took this NECA figure out of the box. Usually it wouldn't, but now I got 2 of them, so I can put this up on the shelf. But I'll bring down some of the other Shredders. We'll compare and contrast real quick. And then, yeah, that'll be probably it, guys. And then I'll give you my final thought, if I think it was worth it, the price, all that fun stuff. You know what? I don't think I talked much about the Shredder head here. and just like the eyes, the way it looks, the mask, the whole helmet, everything. I don't even think I really went over that. I don't know how I skipped. I think I just got so excited about the figure I didn't even go over the head much. But that is a cool looking. Like the eyes just look really cool. Just very comic book reminiscent. I love again like the little glare marks that they have like on the mask, kind of the reflection mark there. Very cool, man. But anyways, I want to compare him with the rest of the figures here. This is these are my favorite so far of the different variations of Shredder, which we got the Super Shredder by Best Action over here. And sadly, this is an awesome figure, man, but they haven't really came out with anything else good. I mean, the Krang was all right, but to me, this is their best figure yet, unless I'm mistaken. They have other ones. We got Super 7's version of the Playmates figure back here. Very close to, they do have a cartoon one that I didn't get, more represented towards the cartoon, but we got that one right there from Super 7. And then we got Neca's, of course, Neca's big ass, big old Super Shredder right here. That was probably my favorite amongst all of them. And then we got this new one right here. I don't know. I really like it, man. I don't know if this is my favorite, but it might beat out the Super Shredders because I really like the Super Shredders. It definitely, I think it beats the Super 7 figure. But I'm not sure. I really like these Super Shredders. But also, just for comparison, I got a few of the, since these are also Archie Turtle Adventure figures here, I figured I'd try to get them in here so you can see him. He's going to block the view with the chair there. But just very cool, man. I just love how they mark up these, just very comic book with the shading and just very cool. Damn, his arm's twisted around. They don't look great. Let me fix that. But I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think I love this Shredder for sure. I think it's a good deal. It's only $35. So it's better than, I mean, I don't know if we're going to start getting inflation rates because of like the plastics and shit. I don't know. But, and the fabric or whatever else they use to make these awesome figures. But I've seen a lot of figures coming up lately that are like, you know, let's take for instance, I think that last run in April, man, they jumped that up in price. I thought people were telling me it was like $35 and then I went and bought it and it was like $60. Or something, I think. Or was it 50? It was 50. $49.99, I believe, is what I paid for it at Target. But $35, man. If you can find this at, I mean, I got this at Walmart. So if you can find it, I don't know if Walmart's the only one that has it because I didn't see it at Target or anywhere else. I'm sure there's multiple places. Definitely worth every last penny. I love this figure for sure. It's probably going to be in my top list of figures for this year already. I don't know. We'll see. I think they did a really good job with it. I don't know. It's a lot of nostalgia for me, so that might be blocking my my perception. I don't know what the word is for. Maybe I'm being a little too plus with it, but I like it. So screw you guys if you didn't. No, I'm just kidding. No, guys, I definitely recommend it. If you don't have it, get it. Get 2. Display 1. I love the figure. That's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for future videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you soon.